Hi, everybody. Here's week 2 of our Color of His Own chameleon drawing. So here's our drawing from day 1. We went over it with the Sharpie. We erased any mistakes that we had. We fixed it. We added different things to our background. Remember, the background was optional. I said, excuse me. I said, if you want to cut out your chameleon and then put him or her in a funny spot somewhere around the house and take a picture of it that way, that would be fun too. I'm sticking with the background that we drew here last week. Now, as far as the coloring part goes, you could use anything that you have at home to color this in. We're going to try and color this in as neatly as possible, so we want to stay in the lines as best as we can. Today, I'm going to be using some markers because this is, it was the first thing that I saw. So I saw some markers. I was like, hey, haven't used markers in, a couple months. Let me use some markers. So we're going to use some markers. Now, in that video, that color video, the color song, which is probably stuck in your head like it's stuck in my head, we talked about primary and secondary colors. So right now, we're going to break these up into our primary and secondary colors. So go get your thing that you're going to use to color with, pencils, markers, crayons. You could hit pause right now, and in a minute or two, I'll start back up. So hit pause, go get your stuff that you need to color with. All right. Getting back after it. Primary versus secondary colors. Primary colors are important because we cannot mix any other colors to make a primary color. They just are what they are. But everything comes from them. So our 3 primary colors are red, blue, and who remembers what my 3rd primary color is? Say it out loud if you got it. Yellow, that's right. Red, blue, and yellow are our primary colors. Green, purple, and orange are our secondary colors. So if I mix red and yellow together, I get orange. If I mix red and blue together, what color do I get? Purple or violet. Kind of has 2 different names. It's funky. Now, the weirdest, probably best color change. I love this. I still just don't understand how it happens, but I absolutely love it. It drives me bonkers whenever I see it. If I take blue and I take yellow and I mix them together, I get green. It's crazy how that happens. I love how that happens. So today, for our coloring portion, we're going to kind of create a pattern on our chameleon, and we're going to keep the primary colors together and then the secondary colors together, and the primary colors together and the secondary colors together. Okay, so I'm going to start on our tail, and I'm going to make part of our tail nice and red. I'm trying really hard to stay in the lines. Now, what was my next primary color? It was yellow. Yellow. Red, yellow. Be careful not to mix, especially if you're using markers like me. These Crayola washable markers, they mix really, really well together on our paper. So we have to be very, very careful not to let them mix. And our last primary color, gee, I forgot what it was. Thanks for reminding me. It's blue. We got blue. I love blue. Blue is my favorite color. Well, they all are, but between you and me, don't tell anybody. Blue is my favorite color. And then maroon and gold. Duh. So those are our 3 primary colors. What secondary color should we start with next? I'm thinking green. Take our green marker. Be careful not to mix, especially if you're using the markers. Make this one a little bit bigger. So here we are, coloring in. No ghost holes. We don't want to see any of this. No way. We got rid of that in kindergarten. So I call them ghost holes because it's something that must be scary in there for you not to color it. Must be a ghost. So we just fill in all these tiny little white spots. And with these Crayola markers, these ones, especially with this triangle tip, they're super easy because I'm not holding it straight up and down. I'm holding it on its side like this. So I'm using the bigger portion of the marker, okay? Let's go orange. We need a little bit of bright orange in here. This is going to be a nice big stripe. Once again, careful here. One trick that I also like to do that if you go to Tory or King's, you already know this. I like to kind of go around the edge of like my border, just like this, so that when I do go like a little crazy and color in fast, I'm not worrying about coloring outside the lines. Okay. See, now I'm free to just kind of like color it as much as I want. Okay. I'll go back and fill in these little white spots. Look at that. It's pretty good. Wait, Thompson, what are you doing? You're killing me. Got some white spots all over the place. Nice big purple. This is our last of our secondary colors. Once again, I'm making that border. Yep, I colored outside the line. So you know what we're going to do with that little mistake? We're going to have a purple foot. I'm not going to get upset about it. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to adapt and overcome. Just have that happy little mistake turn into a purple foot. That's awesome. Sometimes I like to work in nice big strokes like this. Once again, you can see me holding the marker on its side. I always like to work left to right because I'm right-handed. If I work from left or from right to left, I'm sorry, I tend to get marker all over the side of my hands or pencils, whatever we're using. I always make a huge mess of myself when I work from right to left. So I kind of like to work this opposite way. Here's our yellow. I think I'm gonna do blue. Bring that blue. Now, if you want to do your stripes going left to right, top to bottom, you can do that too. I'm just going this way because I just kind of had my mind made up. So if you want to color your picture, your chameleon in a different way, keeping our primary and secondary colors a little separate, you could do that too. Totally fine with that. Something that I'm going to talk about as you're watching me color this in, I posted an exit ticket on our project. Let me make this foot blue. So there's a section on your exit ticket on that Google form that says upload file. What that means is if you can, please upload a picture of your finished chameleon there. An easy way to do it is to use the camera on your computer. And you know what? I posted another video of how to take a picture using that camera on your computer. Okay? If mom or dad or somebody else wants to take a picture using their smartphone or regular phone, if it's not smart, you can do that too. I'm happy either way. But you need to fill out that exit ticket. And I want to see your artwork. I want to see what we're doing. So please make sure that you're sending it to me. I'm going to try and leave a little bit of room here to have some orange so that we have almost 2 full stripes of every color. I'm going to miss a little bit of the purple. Maybe we'll be able to fit just like a little purple on the nose. Who knows? Let's make this foot orange since I have it out. And I'm thinking, we have one primary color foot. We have two secondary color feet. So maybe we should make this one a primary foot. Maybe I'll just make this guy red. That's Finnegan, my son's favorite color, red, because it's like super fast, he says. I believe him. I don't know. Now, if you have a background, like I do, go ahead and start coloring in your background too. I'm going to stop the video here because some people, I hope, are going to take me up on the challenge of cutting out their chameleon and putting it in a funny spot. Somewhere outside, somewhere around their house. Get creative with how you are going to put that chameleon in a funny spot. If you chose to draw out a background like mine, I can't wait to see it all colored in. Remember, our chameleon is sitting in a tree, so almost our entire background is a sky blue. If you added other things, I just added our favorite, hot dog butterfly up there, and some clouds and a smiling sun. We're in some pretty cool shades. If you want to add other things, go for it. Get creative. This is that part of the lesson where I want you to keep going artistically and figure out what you can add to your picture. Okay, can't wait to see it. Hope you enjoyed this one. More to come next week.